Hello crafty friends, this is Jen from Katahdin Crafts and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is part of a YouTube hop with a fabulously talented group of crafters who are all Lawn Fawn fans. We each are sharing a Lawn Fawn creation with the theme of spring. The link for the next stop on the hop is in the description box below. This hop is being generously sponsored by scrapbookpal.com, a great place to purchase your Lawn Fawn products and more. Please leave a comment for your chance to win a $25 shopping spree to their shop. In your comment, make sure you say hi and let me know where you're watching from. And for this stop on the hop, I'm also giving away Lawn Fawn's Little Fireflies stamp set and coordinating dies. So please make sure you comment, subscribe to my channel, and like my video. Okay, in today's card, I used a bunch of Lawn Fawn products, taking little bits and pieces from several different stamp sets to come up with my cute little critter scene. The sets I used were Yay Kites, lots of different images from that one, Tree Before and Afters, Butterfly Kisses, and I used the cute little fox and bear from that one, High Five for the rabbit, and then just a few little images from Happy Village and Chirpy Chirp Chirp. I used the tiny little flower. And then I used Copic friendly paper and used Lawn Fawn's jet black ink to stamp my images. Next, I cut my slimline card panel to 8.5 by 3.5. And for my sky, I chose to use Distress Oxide inks in Tumbled Glass and Salty Ocean. I love the way oxide inks blend, so I definitely reach for those the most. And I just wanted a nice smooth background. I didn't add any water to have it react or anything. I just wanted a nice spring sky. And the Salty Ocean, I thought, gave it just a little bit more dimension in the corners. And next, I had to be a little creative when it came to a slimline card with some dies. This is Lawn Fawn's Grassy Hillside Borders. And, they're made for just a smaller size card. So what I did in order to get this border was I took two of the pieces and I butted them up against each other. And they actually really kind of fit into a seamless little line. So that worked. So I was just a little bit strategic when I put it through my Gemini machine. And I had to go one direction and the other. And then right here, it didn't quite cut in between there was like a little piece left hanging in between the two dies, so I just had to snip that out and then it looked very seamless. And next, when I was cutting my 2-inch strip, which was a 2-inch by 8.5-inch strip of just Nina paper, it was a little bit like raggedy at the end. I'm not sure, my blade must not have been sharp or something. So I grabbed my sand block that I've had literally since, like before a couple of my kids were even born, which, my youngest is almost 12. So I just fixed that edge up with my sand block a little bit, and then it looks great after. So now the coloring begins. I'm going to super speed this up for the coloring process, but you can see all my color choices from the caps. I do most of my Copic coloring in steps. I do light, mid-tone, then dark tone, and then I blend them all back out with going back to the light tone. I chose to do the grass on a white piece of paper because I wanted it to look a little bit not so solid color. I wanted to have some of that gradation of the color so it looked a little bit more realistic in my mind. And then I went ahead and I used that darker color to do the blades of grass and just kind of did little flicks of grass blades to give it that little bit more of dimension and texture. So now during the coloring process, I thought I would chat with you and tell you about my love of Lawn Fawn. I actually credit them with my love of card making. I had been an avid scrapbooker. I have been an avid scrapbooker for, I don't know, probably 20 years at least. And I dabbled in, I had my own brick and mortar store for a while, and I definitely dabbled in card making because it was easier to teach classes with, quick classes with some cards. So I did that, but that definitely wasn't my love and my passion like it is now. So a few years ago, I discovered Lawn Fawn, and I started binge watching to like all hours of the night in bed, laying next to my sleeping husband. I would be binge watching YouTube Lawn Fawn videos, and I just couldn't get enough. I just kept on watching and watching, and then, of course, buying and buying because their products are so much fun. And it opened up my world to the world of Copic markers and, Nino cardstock and just all of it. It changed everything. And so I definitely credit Lawn Fawn with my love of card making, my passion of card making now. I mean, it's just like I can't get enough. So thank you, Lawn Fawn, and thank you for all those videos that you put out, the instructional videos, and I absolutely love watching them still. And they're mesmerizing, and yeah, I absolutely love this company and their critters, and you should see my stash of them. You could tell that I love this company because I have a lot. I actually had my husband help me organize it all within this last few months, and that might not have been my wisest choice, honestly, because he was like, holy cow, we could probably go to Hawaii on what you have right here. But, Hawaii would last, what, a week? And the love of Lawn Fawn and all my fun goodies are here forever. Okay, back to my project. And what I did next after I got all the images colored was I used my scan and cut, and I cut out all of the stamps. And then I started playing with the positioning of them. I wasn't quite sure how I would get it all to fit, and I wanted the bunny to be looking like it was, floating off the page a little bit. And a funny little story about this too is that I thought of the bunny in the fox as the fox was trying to help the bunny and save it, whereas my husband looked at it and thought the fox wanted to try to eat the bunny, and the bunny was running away with the kite to get away from the bunny. And then he even added that the bear was waiting for it to drop for lunch. So, yeah, nope, I did not think the same as he did. Leave in the comments if you want to let me know what you thought of the scene. And so once I started placing all the pieces, I decided that that kite was a little bit too big. So I went ahead and just stamped the smaller one that's in the Yay Kites stamp set. And I found that that fit a lot better in the scene. So I just quickly colored that the same way that I had colored the other one. And I added that, and I thought that definitely worked a lot better. And now I'm using Lawn Fawn glue, and as you can see, it does, at first it gets a little stuck, but then once you clear out that tube, it flows really well. And just gonna assemble my card. When I was gluing, I was strategic and didn't put the glue all the way to the top of the edge because I wanted to be able to slip things under, like the tree. And now this is something I just experimented with. I stamped the hello sentiment on a piece of acetate first, just so I could play with the placement. I have never actually done this before, but it worked really, really well. And, this is something I'm definitely going to use more often. And then when I was done with the piece, I just used my Lawn Fawn chamois and stamp cleaner and just wiped it clean, so then the acetate was completely clean. So that also helped when I went to place it into my stamp platform. I just lined it up with that and then put it down, and it worked perfectly. I was really happy with that process. And so now I'm assembling my card, finishing the assembling, and I decided that all my critters should be popped up for a little bit more dimension, and I like to use pop dots on almost everything anyway. So I went ahead and popped all those up and finished my scene. I thought, and you can see I play around. I have extra elements always, and just so I have choices and play with around. And, I couldn't decide on this butterfly. I thought, well, I thought it would look actually really cute, but then I was like, it's probably kind of looks like a monster butterfly ahead of that tree or on top of that tree. So I went ahead and I added a few things to the inside of the card. I've noticed that people have been doing that a lot more lately, and I do like it. So yeah, that finished up that. And then when I started to take my pictures, I decided that I needed a little bit of shimmer on the kite and in the sun. So I went ahead and I used Lawn Fawn's Liquid Stardust and just used a paintbrush and painted that onto my kite in the sun for a little bit of shimmer. And I thought that added some really nice interest and finished up my card nicely. And so thank you so much to my friend Carrie Rhodes for organizing and hosting this fun YouTube hop. I am in some fabulous company and I'm very honored to have been asked to be a part of this. Thanks again to scrapbookpal.com, where you can find lots of Lawn Fawn products. And remember to comment below for your $25 shopping spree and your chance to win Little Fireflies by Lawn Fawn. Thank you so much for stopping in today. Make sure that you travel on the hop, and your next stop will be Mona Toth, and all of the lineup is in the description below. Feel free to stop by my blog at katahdin.crafts.com and find me on Instagram at katahdin.crafts. And thank you so much for stopping by today. I appreciate it. Bye for now. Happy crafting!